J.K. Rowling's abusive former husband claims he helped her write Harry Potter and says she's delirious for claiming that he held books hostage so she wouldn't leave him.
J.K. Rowling's abusive former husband has accused the novelist of being delirious after she claimed that he hid the unpublished manuscript of the first Harry Potter novel to stop her leaving him. In a sensational podcast, the multi-millionaire author said controlling former Portuguese TV reporter Jorge Arantes kept the pages of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone hostage as their marriage broke down. Talking on the witch trials of J.K. Rowling, she said she even feared he would burn the pages, and started secretly photocopying them to protect them in case they were lost. But disgraced her aunts, 54, who has admitted slapping his ex-wife during their turbulent marriage, denied that he had even taken the book, and even made the extraordinary claim he helped write it. In a bizarre rant from his home in Portugal, he said, "I don't know why she is saying what she is now. Maybe she is delirious from 3 years of COVID lockdown. I was surprised when I read about this. I deny it? It doesn't make any sense. Why would I do something like that? Maybe you should ask her." Seemingly trying to take the credit for Rowling's wildly successful Harry Potter series, he went on, "When she was writing the book, I was participating in it, she was reading it out to me, and I was reading it to her. The first book was fascinating, the writing was wonderful, and I always liked it because we shared a passion for literature, and especially literature for children. The project was for 7 books, and I was very involved with the first one, and she knows that. She started writing it when we were together." Arantes and Rowling, 57, tied the knot in 1992, in the Portuguese city of Porto, after a whirlwind romance, following a meeting in a bar after she had moved there to teach English. Arantes is said to now live a solitary life in the same city where the former couple met more than 30 years ago, their love blossoming over their shared interest in Jane Austen. A wedding certificate obtained by mail online shows how the couple lived with Arantes' mother Marilia Rodrigues, who died in 2020 aged 90, in Porto. Rowling moved to Portugal after her mother's death, and the couple had a daughter, Jessica, now 29, but she left him just a year later after he had dragged her out of the house and attacked her. Arantes said he doesn't deny that their marriage was marred by violence, and revealed that he has no relationship with his daughter. On the podcast, Rowling said, "The marriage had turned very violent and very controlling. He was searching my handbag every time I come home. I haven't got a key to my own front door because he's got to control the front door. And I think he's not a stupid person. I think he knew, or suspected, that I was going to try and bolt again." Rowling described living in a horrible state of tension with her aunts because she had to hide her desire to leave him. She went on, "And yet the manuscript kept growing. I continued to write. In fact, he knew what that manuscript meant to me because at one point he took the manuscript and hid it, and that was his hostage." Rowling described how she became increasingly determined to leave, and she would secretly take a few pages of the manuscript into work every day, just a few pages so that he wouldn't realize anything was missing, and photocopy it. She said, "And gradually in a cupboard in the staff room, bit by bit, a photocopied manuscript grew and grew and grew, because I suspected that, if I wasn't able to get out with everything, he would burn it or take it or hold it hostage. That manuscript still meant so much to me. That was the thing that I actually prioritized for saving. The only thing I prioritized beyond that, obviously, was my daughter, but at that point she's still inside me, so she's as safe as can be in that situation." Describing the night she walked out on Arantes, Rowling said, "There came a night where he became very angry with me and I cracked and I said I want to leave. He became very violent and he said, 'You can leave but you're not getting Jessica, I'm keeping her, I will hide her.' So I put up a fight and I paid the price. There was a violent scene which terminated with me lying in the street. I went to the police and filed a complaint, and the next day went back to the house with the police and got Jessica." She said she had fiercely protected her privacy after becoming famous because of her fears of being tracked down by her aunts. Rowling revealed he had followed her to Edinburgh and broken into the first home she bought with money from her publishing deal for her debut Potter novel, which was published in 1997. She said, "I was so ill-equipped for what happened to me. It was changing faster than I could deal with, and all the time I had this lurking fear because I know there is someone out there who does not wish me well. The reason we left the first place was my ex-husband arrived and broke in. Moving became quite a pressing issue at that point. I was trying to reconcile suddenly having a lot of press interest with really wanting to live under the radar for very concrete reasons. I was living in a state of real tension I couldn't express to many people." A spokesman for Rowling said the novelist did not want to comment on her ex-husband's latest claims.